Your gift will make room for you. But there's nothing worth making without Christ. Keep him first in all you do. The creator of all things will supply, alright. Enter the creative mind. Displaying Christ in creativity.
Welcome, welcome to Enter the Creative Mind. Pheadra, it's really a pleasure to have you on our program. So Pheadra, so you were telling me that September you started this business. You got your business registered in all the necessary registrations that has to be done. So I want you to give us tell the viewers a little bit more about that process, because we know sometimes with small business you think, okay, you have a shop, you don't need to do any registration, but what would be some of the things that they need to get done? And you were able to do it within 3 months time, September, and now you have your business, it's popular supermarkets, they're carrying it. So what would be some of the things that someone who's newly starting in business that they would need to do or they should do to gain success?
First off, I always encourage people to get ready. You have to name something, have a business name. At the very least, register a business name. A name says so much about.
And is that process difficult to do?
It's not. You pay about $5,000. You collect a form and you get back your registration in about 7 to 10 days, I think.
Okay.
So that's basically that. So you name something, right? You give your business a name which has a character. So you also get your compliance. Because I'm looking forward, my business is not just for Guyana. So
yeah,
I am looking forward, right? Mm-hmm. So I have to get all of my documentation up to standard and up to speed, because I want to export. Now I have to, if I'm exporting, I have to have my compliances in order when I encounter GRA, right? What happens is that a lot of times people make the mistake of, they think, I'm earning below the threshold, so I don't need to file a tax return. Whether you are working or not, the law requires us to file a tax return. It usually comes back to haunt a lot of small businesses when they have to get a compliance, and they have to pay some arbitrary amount, or they have to go and get some JP to swear to say that, okay, I haven't been working or I've worked for this amount of money. Mm-hmm. So whether you are working, and please, small business owners, just start, anybody, all citizens of Guyana, please file your tax returns. If you have to go sell a vehicle or do anything, then you have to get compliances, and then you're struggling to get something up. Just file your tax return. Yeah. Let the authorities know how much you've been earning. If you don't have to pay tax, that is fine, but you still have to file your tax return.
No, we're not advertising for GRA. However, it is in the law for us to file tax return.
And it's a necessary part of doing business. Yeah. And also now that we are in an oil economy, and lots of majors are coming to Guyana, lots of big companies, and they want to do business with locals. Yeah. But if we're not formally registered, if we don't have the documentation, they can't do business with us.
Okay.
So we may have the best product out here, but if we're not registered, if our documents are not in order, documentation not in order, then our chances are very, very slim to none.
So what would be, given that you're selling a food item, what would be some of the things that a small business or any business may require to, I'm guessing a food handler certificate would be one?
Sanitary certificate, and in this case you're manufacturing something, you have to get a permit from the Food and Drug Department. You take your product to be tested to ensure that it's free from all the bacteria that causes harm or can potentially harm people.
Yes.
So you do, I think I did 2 product testing, and to ensure it's compliant with a particular standard.
Yes. So you hear that you're safe with organic pure. It's pure, it's been tested.
Yes.
She did all the groundwork. So I'm so happy that small businesses, that they could listen to you and hear, okay, this is what you need to do, so that when you go out there to promote your product, people can trust in your brand. They can trust in your product because you've done all that need to be done.
Yes.
So is there anything else that a small business owner that you would want to share, concerning strategy, about opportunities out there to help them promote and grow? Because I'm just amazed that you would have had, you came up with what inspired? I have so many questions.
Sure,
Where
what
should I go?
inspired me?
What inspired ginger juice? Why ginger juice? I mean, that is one of the things that, of course, why ginger juice? And then yes.
Well, long story short, the same reason that you would fall in love with this product is the same reason I developed it, because I love ginger, and quite often when I go to the market and buy ginger, on the first day I probably use a piece, but then as I need it right away, it's like, okay, forget about it, maybe next time I cook with it. So I end up having ginger 2, 3, 4 weeks, getting swizzled up, not using it. I need to use it, but because
of the
cleaning
work.
and peeling, and you just want a little piece. Sometimes you make some swank.
Yeah.
You want a little piece of ginger. You gotta go and peel and grate ginger. So, and I love juicing too.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay.
like, you know what? Let me try this. So I tried it out first for my own self. So I had the ginger juice for myself. And I'm like, let me test it out. So I called my pastor's wife. I explained to her. I said, would you use this product? So I sent her a sample, and then I kept giving out samples and testing people's feedback. And I'm like, yeah, this is new, this is different. I would definitely use this, convenient for me. And then the feedback has been so great about it. It's like, girl, I love ginger.
I mean, I genuinely love it too. I love the
Half the
concept. I
time.
love the idea. I hate eating a food and then I bite on a ginger and say, no, you need to grate the ginger.
So
But not
what I
everyone
wanted to provide was convenience in a bottle. So I'm not selling people ginger. People already are aware about the benefits of ginger. What I'm selling you here is convenience.
Okay.
Saves you time, convenience. Imagine you wake up in the middle of the night, you have a sore throat.
Yeah.
You can go in your fridge and you take a snapshot of ginger juice and use it. You can make some ginger tea right on the fly, right? You get some water, some hot water, some honey, and some ginger.
Okay, so now you're having me all anxious to taste and try some of your ginger juice, right? You got those,
Okay.
just go in. So could we do, could you give us a little demonstration? Well, at least allow me to taste, see what and how it's done. I mean, I've been looking forward to this, Pheadra. So let's try it out, please.
I will,
please.
because we can use ginger and organic pure ginger juice and basically anything. You can add it to your swank. You can make. Christmas is coming up. I don't know if this episode will air before Christmas, but ginger beer is a big thing. So organic pure saves you a lot of work.
True. I remember grating ginger as a child, and then when I finished, my hands were blistered and burnt for a while.
Yes. So people who have allergies, it burns the skin, your sensitive skin. This is the product for them, right? So you add it to your food, you season your meat with it. Anything that you use ginger with on a regular basis, we use organic pure. But I'm gonna use it in
let's try
tonight.
Oh, great. So we'll be back. We're going to try some swank with some ginger juice inside. Stay tuned.
Displaying Christ in creativity.